Can you see my hand? How many fingers am I holding up? Well, alright then. Do you feel any different? Any discomfort of any kind? Alright. That's good. Well, you experienced your first lobotomy. Hopefully your headaches, mood swings from here on out be a little less frequent and debilitating. Now, you are in recovery now, but I'm gonna have to finish up a few things before we can be sure that you are ready to go. Alright? You see, a lobotomy is a very, well, let's say it's an antiquated procedure, but the benefits are certainly not entirely misstated. And seeing the status of this procedure as it is, I'll need to make sure that you're recovering alright before we let you out. So if you can, just relax. There ain't much that you can do here to ease the stay other than just listen to the sound of my voice and the sound of my instruments. It's important that you maintain a relaxed heart rate for this. You wouldn't want to aggravate the portion of your brain that we've operated on. I'm going to be prodding and poking different parts of your body for a little bit now, so don't worry, nothing too sharp, just good old aluminum foil. How's that feel? Everything feel alright? Feel normal? Does it agitate you at all? I should hope not. This type of procedure is wonderful at alleviating that kind of agitation from peripheral stimuli. No longer ticklish, no longer irritable. How's that? It should feel a little different there. A little rougher, more solid. There's one more thing I need to check in my preliminary. Alright. Everything seems good. Reflexes seem alright at least. No worse than before. He allows us to watch out for debilitating symptoms. Alright. If you'll give me a moment. Get a little bit closer now. Now let's have a look here. Sorry to get up all in your face like that. You may experience a bit of blurry vision. Don't worry about that. Your depths of focus will come back momentarily. For a while, some of your senses might be like when you're a little drunk. Delayed response time, blurry vision, less acute sense of hearing and smell, just that sort of thing. It should not be debilitating, just a little bit off-putting, a little uncomfortable. Nothing too strange now. Alright. You'll notice right about here, on this side here, it may be difficult to see, but that's the eye that we went through in the lobotomy. You might have just a little bit of bleeding, maybe a bit of bloody tears for a while, but there should be no other complications other than a light green and yellow ooze, but that should stop after a couple days, and it's not guaranteed that you'll have it at all. In fact, I'm quite sure that I got you fixed up pretty good back there, so I'd be surprised if you had any at all. Regarding sensory deprivation for just a minute. I want to see how you react to things you can hear but not see. So I'm just going to place something over your eyes, and then I'm going to make some sounds, and I'm going see what your spatial recognition is like. Alright. You should feel this behind you, a little to the right. Can you sense it? Can you hear where it is? Does it sound crisp? It's going to move slightly to the other side now. You hear it there? Alright. Now this should feel like it's above you. A little crackling sound below. Very good, very good. Now, give me a second. We finished up with our second round of things, but there's one last bit. I need to prepare a couple of instruments for this, so feel free to relax and just close your eyes for a minute or whatever. Remember, it's important that you maintain a unstressed heart rate here. The stress could be quite negative to your recovery. I don't want to alarm you, but it's just something I want to make perfectly clear in this situation. After all, the nature of this business is not fully transparent with the government, as you know. Sorry about that. If any of this is a little bit jarring, I don't mean it to be. Now, I want to ask now, I need to be sure that your memory has been properly dealt with, so to speak. So I'm going to ask you a couple of things, and I'd like it if you could tell me exactly what it brings to mind for you. More specifically, do you remember? I need to fasten these right quick. There's one. Now that should be secure now. Alright. Now get comfortable and try to answer me with as much honesty as you can muster in your condition. Do you have any recollection of the occult or encounters with paranormal entities in recent days and weeks? No? Brilliant. What about any violent occurrences? None whatsoever? Great. Now, how about any strange occurrences? Anything out of the ordinary? Anything at all that crosses your mind? Good. Now, can you state your name? Do you know when you were born? All right. Good. It appears that our little surgery has been quite a success. But to be sure, I need to know you know what's been going on here. Do you remember before this surgery? Do you remember immediately before? Do you remember seeking out my services? Of course. Of course. I figured as much. That shouldn't be much of a problem at all. As you might imagine, we're a bit lacking in the official paperwork. Yes. It looks like we did all right with you after all. Now, before you go, I need to relay something of the utmost importance to you. While you're recovering, if you start to experience any strange feelings or moments of insanity, I'll have you call my nurse and get you down here as quick as possible. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody anything about any of this. You see, sometimes after a lobotomy, the mind never quite settles in, never quite adjusts again. And I just want to make sure that if anything does go wrong, that you don't end up in the care of some state facility without the means to remedy the situation, which of course we here do have options available to help you. And as long as you know that it is here that you are safe and that we are here to help you, then I think your recovery will go just splendidly. Now I'm going to take off some of your bandages now, and then I reckon you'll be all ready to go. That should do it. I'll be seeing you again real soon. Alright?